Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about what do you do if when you're sitting down to meditate, you can't stop thinking. So when thoughts arise in meditation, it's totally normal, okay? Don't judge yourself, don't criticize yourself. Just remember, my mind is of the nature of thinking. It is very natural that it's thinking. So it's really cool though when you sit and you meditate and you start to have some thoughts. Usually, sometimes our reaction can be, oh, I'm not doing this right, or oh, like, dang, I'm thinking again. I should be focusing on my breath. But like, see how my voice just changed there. Sometimes in our minds, we talk to ourselves in these voices by saying, oh, you're so bad, or oh, that's so, or we're yelling, or we're exasperated, or we're judging. And that's a really cool thing to pay attention to, because meditation isn't just about getting the mind calm. It's about learning how the mind works, learning our thought patterns and our habits. When I do Vipassana, so I'm sitting for like 100 hours in silence for 10 days with no stimulation, no phones, no Wi-Fi, no books, no pens, no anything. When that happens, I really have this huge opportunity to notice what kind of patterns my mind follows and what kind of voices I'm using in my mind to talk to myself. And so meditation is an amazing opportunity for self-compassion, for treating yourself with more kindness and with even a sense of humor. Because sometimes my mind will start to go a place and I go, oh ha, that's so funny. I can't believe I went there. And then I bring my mind back to the breath. But people ask, okay, how do I bring my mind back to the breath? Because it's definitely not a yanking, a pushing, a pulling. It's not a shoving the mind away from a thought back to the breath. No, it's really gentle. I like to imagine I have a glass, and I take a feather and I just gently touch the glass with the feather. That is how gentle this sweeping motion is from the mind away from the thought and back to the breath. Sometimes I just say, thinking. And then I gently travel back to the motion or the movement of the breath, the sensation of it. And so instead of, judging yourself, criticizing yourself, really see it always as an opportunity for compassion. I've been taught and told that every time you realize you're thinking, that's a moment for celebration. There's one yoga teacher who said it's like a party in the head, like, wow, I'm awake, I'm alive, I am far enough along on my path that I realize I'm thinking. That's amazing that I'm realizing it and then coming back to the breath. Because sometimes you do sit and for 15 minutes or for a whole hour, your mind spins off out of control and there is no even remembrance that you're supposed to be back on the breath. You're so lost. So when you do realize thinking and back to breath, remember, it's not that time for judgment. It's a time for celebration, or a time of just kind of laughing at the self or treating the self with compassion, not with judging. So if you notice you're doing a lot of thinking, just gently observe. The key is not to hook onto the thoughts. That's really the problem. This thought or this emotion is like a rock in a pond. It's not the rock that creates the disturbance, it's all the ripples. I know that's a silly metaphor, but these ripples are the storylines we create. We start to build on the thought, we start to add on to it, to develop it more. If you have one little worry, instead of just the worry going, woof, worry, and then like a cloud, it just appears, or a balloon, it floats away. Instead, we hook onto it, and we want to, or somehow we want, or we don't want, but we make it larger by saying, oh, I'm worried about this, and then this could happen, and then this, and then what if that happened? How would I? Instead, if we just had the one thought and let it drift away, that would be a lot easier. And so in meditation, that's what we're trying also to achieve, is not hooking on to things, to not sinking our little claws in and digging in and grabbing so tightly. We're working on letting things be held more gently. So if a thought comes, it just flows right on its path. We're not reaching out and grabbing. So in meditation, when the thoughts come, don't judge. Just listen to how you're talking to yourself, listen to how you are dealing with that, and then just gently come back to the breath. So anyway, I hope you found that useful, a new point of perspective on how to deal with thinking in meditation. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, questions, anything at all. Go ahead, drop me a message on any social media page, and if not, I'll see you over on my blog, wildyogatribe.com.